News coming in, 10/11 Delhi blast conspirator has been produced in court. The I-20 owner Amir is in Delhi court. The NDTV team has confronted Amir in court and he has also been sent to 10 days in NIA custody. I have Akhil joining me live. Akhil, 10 days of NIA custody for Amir. What else can you share with us at this point on this developing news?
That's right, Vedika. If you see, a breaking development is coming from Patiala Court. Here you can see we are just standing outside the Patiala Court. What has happened that in the latest development in Delhi blast case, what we have seen that the NIA court has granted 10 days of custody to co-accused in this case, Mr. Amir. And if you see right now, the case is being investigated. Earlier, what we have seen that last evening, NIA has made its first breakthrough in this case.
आमिर किसके कहने पे आपने ये अटैक किया है? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे अटैक किया है? आमिर किसके कहने पे आपने ये अटैक किया है? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे अटैक किया है?
Asking Amir about his alleged role in the attacks. Akhil, for the benefit of our viewers, let's also talk here about the alleged role of Amir in the 10/11 Delhi blast conspiracy.
That's right, Vedika. Vedika, if you see, he is a co-conspirator in this entire case because the car which was used by terrorist Umar was basically owned by Amir. And earlier what used by Umar, he basically got in touch with Amir and he basically registered this car in the name of Amir itself, and he was in constant touch with Amir, the main accused, the main suspect in this case. And after that, what we have seen that he kept on changing his locations from one place to another place. And after that, what has happened that on the day of the blast, on 10th of November, he came back to Delhi from Jammu and Kashmir. And right now, the investigators are basically interrogating him regarding his involvement, that what specific role did he play in this entire incident. And if you see, not only him, apart from him, if you see, Dr. Shaheen was also a co-conspirator in this case. Dr. Muzammil was also a co-conspirator in this case. So they were all of them were part of an encrypted group. Encrypted group. So right now, the questions are also being asked regarding each of these guys' specific role, that what was basically assigned to each of them at this point in time. So NIA has finally got 10. These individuals with another individual, which include Dr. Shaheen and Dr. Muzammil as well, because they were the ones who basically were arrested from Faridabad's Al-Falah University campus. So it's going to be very crucial. The next 3 to 4 days in the investigation is going to...
Understood. Akhil, I have some more breaking news coming in. I apologize, I will have to interrupt you there, but it's related to Dr. Shaheen. Now we bring you exclusive details here on NDTV, details on Dr. Shaheen, who was also called Madam Surgeon. What we're getting to know is that there were WhatsApp calls from 2 numbers which are now under probe, and those names were saved as Madam X and Madam Z. I have Anushka joining me live for more details on this. Anushka, just take us through these details that we're talking about. Madam X, Madam Z and Shaheen being called Madam Surgeon.
That's right, Vedika. In this whole case, fresh WhatsApp chats have in fact been recovered by the police. Now it is being said that she was in frequent contact with 2 people. Both the numbers were saved under the name Madam, Madam X and Madam Z. Now we are seeing that Shaheen was frequently referred to as Madam Surgeon, and she was frequently in contact with both these people. She had in her chat mentioned this statement saying that medicine should not be lacking for the operation that she meant, and the police investigating agencies have said is that the medicine could be the code word for the explosives. Also, she had been running a parallel gang group in which she was hiring female women recruits for Jaish-e-Mohammed women's wing. She had in fact also mentioned to Madam Z that they should pay attention to Operation Hamdard. That refers to the recruitment of new women members for the Jaish-e-Mohammed women's wing in Hapur is what the investigating agencies have in fact said. Now these revelations are throwing light on how deeper the conspiracy really is and how she was She was in fact in constant conversation with two different people whose identity is right now under the scanner. Fresh WhatsApp chats and WhatsApp calls have been recovered from Shaheen's phone. She was referred to as Madam Surgeon. Also, what the people who were living there at the Al Falah University had said, that she had frequently said that her real job starts after 4 p.m. in the afternoon. She used to be frequently absent from the classes, and now that the fresh revelations that we have been getting in this case throws light to how she was constantly involved in two separate operations. One was to in fact to gather the explosives. Second was to recruit women members in the female wing of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. And she was in fact also saying that not just these things, she was in fact also being in constant conversation regarding the word operation. That was a code name for the attack that took place on 10th November. That has in fact taken lives of 13 people so far. But yes, these are fresh revelations that has been coming regarding Shaheen. She's also the prime suspect in this case. She has been taken into custody and is constantly being questioned. Her whole WhatsApp history, her WhatsApp chats have been under the scanner by the investigating agencies. And now that we are getting to know that she used to be in frequent contact with these two people called Madam X and Madam Z, and she was constantly talking about the collection of the explosives. Not just that, she was constantly talking about the amount of explosives and how she had to pay attention to the recruitment of women in the Jaish-e-Mohammed women wing that was being in fact done at Hapur. Over to you.
Anushka, I also want to talk to you about another angle that's emerging that I have here with me that you have shared with us, which is the word operation being used as a code word for a terrorist attack, and similarly a message that was sent from Madam Z stating, Madam Surgeon, please pay more attention to Operation Hamdard. What can you share with us on this?
That's right, Vedika. In this whole case, the main code words here are, one is the medicine that is in fact being referred to for explosives. The second is Operation Hamdard, that refers to the recruitment of female members for the Jaish-e-Mohammed women outfit. Now remember, Jaish-e-Mohammed is the banned terror outfit whose links have been discovered in this whole case. We have seen that many of the people have in fact is said by the investigative agencies that they have strong links to the Jaish-e-Mohammed module. And now we are seeing that Shaheen, who was recruiting women members for the Jaish-e-Mohammed women module, and she was recruiting more and more female members, and she was in fact planning to base it in Hapur. Now we're also seeing that she was using the term medicine for the explosive. She had said that medicine should not be lacking for the operation. Medicine referring to the explosives, and operation with regards to the terror attack that had happened. Now this in fact also underscores the fact that this was a very pre-planned attack that took place. All of these people who have been arrested and detained. Right now we are seeing that one more member has been in fact arrested. He had been brought to the Patiala House Court, and 10 days of custody of Amir has been given to the NIA. But we are seeing that how the details are in fact coming together, how the pieces of this whole puzzle have been shifting to is in fact indicating the particular fact that this was indeed a pre-planned attack. All of them were trying to source information. They were in constant touch with each other. They were using code words. Diaries have been found from the Al Falah University, room number 17, building number 17, under which room number 13 was in fact situated. And in that room, they were planning to hatch this whole conspiracy.
All right.